Hey guys and girls, welcome back to another beautiful video on this beautiful channel. It's a beautiful day. It's sunny outside, it's nice, it's warm, and I'm gonna wake up now out of my little tiredness funk and I'm gonna start working on this game. So what I thought I'd do today is I would first of all make the player jitter a little bit when it gets hit. It's kind of a little thing, because right now nothing happens. You just kind of sit there and shake. So what I want to do is I want to go into player and I want to make something that updates itself. I do have a direction. I want a vector 2f norm direction, which is always normalized. Now I'm going to take this out of enemy and I'm going to paste it in here. And just say regular functions. Okay, because we have vector length and normalize. Now I'm going to, in player update or in player movement, I'm going to update the normalized direction. Update normalized direction, and I'm just gonna say this norm there equals normalize, and then first we got to get the direction though, the constant direction. Now this is the movement direction. This isn't the constant, this is just a direction I can use in order to I'm fixed with the controls. So vector 2f direction movement direction, and then I'm going to update the movement direction here. Movement direction. Now how do I do this? A vector. So I'm guessing the current velocity is actually our direction of movement, I'd guess. I mean, because it's a y and x value and it's going towards something, like some point, the next point. Actually, I could use the current velocity. We'll see if this works. If it doesn't work, we'll do something else. But let's see. Current velocity. This current velocity. Now what else does normalize need? Float length. So vector length, this current velocity. Okay, so let's see if the normalized direction, std cout this normalized normdir.x, and then this normdir.y. Now any linear algebra master is going to be laughing at me, but maybe I'm correct. Maybe I got my math right. Who knows? Who knows? Even I got it right sometimes. Okay, so when it's 0, okay, this does work, but it's just that when it's still, there is no value. I mean, there is no value. So if you try to normalize something that is 0, let me see what the issue is, because I'm taking a square root out of 0 and I'm dividing something with 0. That's the issue. So the direction is going to be an issue if it's 0. If length is 0, then I'm just going to do return 0, 0. If length equals 0, then return 0. So when I return a 0 here, it's going to be the power of 0, square root of 0, and we're going to get a vector that is, we're going to get a vector that is a vector 2f 0 0. So there we go. So we're just gonna handle that case, else we're just gonna return the regular length. So let me see if this works. Of course we don't want it to be, so it's 0, so that's working. Alright, so it's a real short time where it's kind of like actually something else, but yeah, of course, because the direction there's an amount, but at least it's that's good. That's really good, but that's what I wanted. I wanted to get it out which direction the character is actually moving at any set point. I'm gonna go into enemy and I'm gonna do the same thing that I did here, just in case it's bugging out sometimes. Just like that. There we go. I'm just gonna see if that works. If the direction, if we can. Alright, so that's good. Yeah, that's fine. They're not bugging out anything. And another thing I want to do was add some speed to these enemies. A speed that is randomized at times. So a few of them are faster than others and stuff like that. Make stuff a little random. It's always fun. Everything's working. So now I have my normalized direction for the player. And I'm gonna multiply any time I get hit. So I'm gonna close down movement. I'm gonna go up to take damage, and I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna say if this, let me see. So every time I take damage, I'm gonna multiply this current velocity.x equals plus equals, so let's say if you're moving fast forward, maybe it'll slow you down. It won't shoot you off in the other direction, but it'll slow you down. This normalized direction, so the direction I'm going, the opposite of that, minus, and then like 10.f. So let me just slow you down .x, and then do the same thing for y. So it's gonna straight up, if it's 1, if I'm moving that way or this way, we'll see. It's just the opposite of the normalized direction that I'm moving. See, it kind of slowed me down. It's kind of slowing me down. It's bugging me. It's not shooting me off at some direction. If I had like 20, I think it'd shoot me off in some direction, and it would be too much. Like I would be shot into other enemies and stuff. Like, see, I'm being pushed around too much. 10 is good. 10 is good. 10 is good. Okay, so this is just an annoyance factor. You don't want to get hit. I mean, that's a good thing. In enemy, I don't know if I'm updating normalized direction all the time, and if I even have a normalized direction thing here. I have a direction. I don't have a normalized direction. It's created up here. So what if I do this and just remove this, and then I'd say this normalized direction equals normalized vector length direction. Okay. This, I just want to make sure what is what. Like if this is a part of my class, then I want to just put a this in front of that. So this is good. Just make sure everything is part of our class. This normalized direction, this normalized direction, that's good. The rotation is good. So there we go. So when we have our normalized direction, we're always going to have it. This doesn't have its normalized direction. This just has a direction. Okay. So let me just calculate the normalized direction for that as well, just because it should have it. Okay, so when the enemy takes damage here, it moves back. Sprite.move, because it doesn't have a current velocity, it's just a speed. Sprite.move 10 minus multiplied by this normalized direction dot x, and then that is y, and then I want to just copy all of this. I'm gonna see if this even works, guys and girls, and then I'm just gonna go down, do this, do that, and do this, and then say that this is the y, and that's gonna be 0, I hope. So let's just see if this is something that works. I'm not sure. Well, okay, that was, oh, it's moving. Oh, that is cool though. It is kind of moving that way, but we need to do it negative. I like that. That is awesome. That was freaking awesome. Yeah, that is awesome. Now it's like moving like completely opposite of where it's supposed to move. So there we go. Let me make a function in enemy where let me make a function collide void collide player and let me just or make it collision update. So we just copy that, go up here, take damage, enemy, collision update, enemy. So once we do that, now in update, I'm updating my normalized direction here. I am just gonna take this, I'm gonna go up, collision update, and I'm gonna move const float dt. Just put that in here, const float dt, and then I'm gonna do collision update at the end. Collision, this collision update dt. Alright, and I'm gonna copy all of this, and I'm gonna go up here, paste this, because the damage timer is gonna go up, damage timer is gonna go down. Well, that should be in the update. I'm not gonna do this here. Red. Okay, so this is gonna be damaged by that, and it's gonna move. And what I'm gonna do in enemy now is I'm gonna add a speed as well. Float speed or max velocity, because I might want to upgrade this later for them to have all the smooth movement and stuff. Max velocity, this max velocity multiplied by, so I'm going to do this. Okay, and in enemy, in the update function, I'm going to say this max velocity equals 10.f. Let me do that. And can I just do that in here. Position, direction, scale, type the after direction, make a float max velocity. I could do that. Equals max velocity. So I could just kind of make my own enemies instead of worrying about that too much. Where is it? After direction. Alright. So that's good. That's good. That's good. Alright, so it's gonna move by this max velocity. And I'm gonna move this more. And I'm gonna go in here and move this as well by this max velocity. There we go. So we got a direction, max velocity. Now we can customize them in any way we want.